Hello everyone. In this video, we'll understand about C tokens. Tokens are basically a basic building blocks of C program. They are classified into 5 types. One is identifiers, keywords, operators, separators, and constants. Identifier is basically a sequence of characters which is invented by the programmer to identify or name a particular object, a variable, a function. Whenever he wants to name a particular memory object, he makes use of an identifier. Now, this identifier is formed by a sequence of letters, digits, and underscore. Remember, no special characters are allowed. Keywords, these are explicitly reserved words and they have a very strict meaning to the compiler. We are not supposed to use a keywords as an identifiers. Operators used to indicate the action to be taken, and various operators are provided by the C language like arithmetic operators, logical, bitwise, assignment operators, and so on. Separators, whenever we want to separate one token from the another, we make use of separators. There are two kinds of separators. One is a white space and another one is a semicolon. Constants, these are tokens whose value does not change throughout the program. We shall just have a look at each one of them. Now, whenever we name a particular object, particular item in our C language, we are supposed to follow some rules. There are 4 rules. The first one is the first character of an identifier. It must be an alphabetic character, either a lowercase or an uppercase, or it can be an underscore. No digits are allowed. The second rule is that all characters must be an alphabetic character, digits, or underscore. As discussed previously, no special characters are allowed as a part of identifiers. The next rule is that the length of this identifier must be maximum of 31 characters. If it is more than that, then only 31 characters are significant. And obviously, in order to differentiate between two identifiers, they must be different. A keyword, it cannot be duplicated by an identifier. We are not supposed to use the keywords to name the particular object. Now let us see with some of the examples. Proper examples of an identifier: employee underscore number, box underscore 4 underscore weight, monthly underscore pay. If you just observe, the first character of an identifier is an alphabet. Okay. We have tool underscore 4. We can have digit, but it should not be a first character. Some of the examples of incorrect identifiers are 230 underscore item. Why? Because the first character is a digit. Hash pulse, the first character is a special character. We have token tilde amount, so this is again a special character which is not allowed. Slash profit, this is a special character which should not be used for naming a variable. Right? Now, what are variables? Variables are basically placeholders. Right? These are basically a placeholders. Fine. A variable is basically a name given to a storage area that the program can manipulate. So you can visualize a variable as a name given to a particular memory area. Fine. So this is a memory. Fine. And for this memory area, I am giving a name as A. Okay. So how much amount of data I can store here? What data I can store here. Okay, these are all decided by something called as data type of a variable. Okay, so each variable in C has a specific type. This determines the size and layout of variable's memory. What is the range of values? Okay, what are the operations that can be performed on this variable is all decided by this data type. Right? As discussed previously, the variable name is composed of letter, digits and underscore character. Okay. Coming to keywords, these are predefined reserved words that are used in a programming and have special meaning to a compiler. Keywords are part of syntax, right? So they cannot be used as an identifiers. This is one of the rule for naming an identifier. C provides with 32 keywords as listed in this table. You can just have a look at it. Alright. Operators. C has a rich set of operators. The various operators are arithmetic operators to perform arithmetical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, right? Modulus, increment, decrement operations, assignment operator in order to assign the values, logical operations like logical and, or, and not. Okay. Relational operator to check the equality, not equal to, greater than, less than equal to and greater than equal to check the relationship between the operands. Bitwise operator, whenever we perform the operations on bits. Okay, these operators are helpful to us like bitwise and, bitwise or, not, complement, left shift and right shift. There are other operators too which are provided by C language. Those are comma operators and size of operators. More about the operators will be discussed in our next video. Separators. These separators are used to separate one programming element from the another. For example, to separate a keyword from another keyword, identifier from another identifier, or keyword from an identifier. These are something like a punctuation marks in a English language, right? For C language, there are two separators which are used. One is a white space character and one more is a semicolon. Semicolon basically to separate out the statements and white space in order to separate the tokens. Constants. These are the explicit data values that are written by the programmer whose value is known at the compile time. C permits various types of constants like integer constants, floating point constants, character constants and the string constant. Coming to integer constants, these are interpreted as a decimal value. For example, A is equal to 1. It is a constant. 1 is a constant. B is equal to 25. 25 is a constant. Right? We also call them as a literal values. Okay? We also call them as a literal values. That means they are literally assigned to a variable. Fine. So a literal integer, it can be suffixed with L, capital case L, U or capital case U to represent long and unsigned integers. For example, I can have 1985L, 1984 small case L to indicate long and long. Similarly for unsigned. Literals, they can also be expressed in decimal, they can also be expressed in octal and hexadecimal notations. Now how to differentiate between the decimal, octal and hexadecimal notations? If at all a number is preceded with 0, it means it is an octal literal. If it is suffixed with 0x, it means, if it is prefixed with 0x, it means it is a hexadecimal literal. Right? Coming to floating point constant, it consists of an integral part, a decimal point, a fractional part and an exponential field which contains e that is followed by an integer. Okay, by default these real point constants or floating point constants are treated as double. Okay, they are stored as a double data type until and unless they are specified as float. So how do we specify it as a float? We can suffix the literal value with f. Okay. Now how do we represent it in a scientific notation? For example, I have this number 0.002164. It can be expressed in a scientific notation as 2.164e. Since I've shifted the decimal point towards left, by 3 places, I will write it as e minus 3, or I can even represent it as 2.164 small case e minus 3. So e indicates it is an exponential value to the power of 3. Now how do we interpret such value? It is interpreted as 2.164 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Okay, character constant, it consists of a single character that is enclosed in a single code, for example B or $. Each of these characters are mapped to an ASCII code. Okay, every character has an ASCII code associated with it. These ASCII codes are represented either as a hexadecimal or as a octal values. Any of these values are accepted. String constant. A string constant is basically a sequence of characters that are enclosed in a double quotes. So there should be a clear differentiation between a character constant and a string constant. Okay, so whenever a compiler encounters a string, it stores the string as a sequence of characters terminated with a null character. Null character is nothing but this. Right? Now as a summary, we have a decimal constant, a hexadecimal constant, octal constant, floating point constant, character constant, string constant, unsigned integer constant, long constant, and unsigned long constant. Let us take a simple example to identify the tokens in a following example. I have a program here, int main, int a equal to 5, b equal to 10, c is equal to a plus b, printf result. I'll just have a return statement, return 0. Okay, starting from an identifier. What are the identifiers in this program? They are a, b, and c. What are keywords? Keywords are int, main, and return. Return is also a keyword. Operators are equal to, plus. Separators are white space and a semicolon. Constants are 5 and 10. They are an integer constants. I hope you all have understood the concept of tokens. Thank you.